What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another prosperity tip episode. And my name is Mike Hobbs. If you did not know, hopefully you know me by now if you're on my pages or social media. But yeah, so I started this series to share valuable tips that have helped me have more prosperity in my life. And today is a good one because I actually had the privilege of speaking to my daughter who is in Brazil on a mission, a church mission for our church, and she had a conversation with some people, and I want to share that one success trait that I noticed most successful people have. It relates to what she told me yesterday. So I'm going to be getting into that here in just a minute. If you are on right now, let me know in the comments so I can give you a quick shout out in the comments. Let me know where you're dialing in from or viewing from. That would be kind of cool to share all those on the screen here. And also, if you're on the replay, do hashtag replay so I can know who watches these replays because that's always good to know as well. And so let me just go to the comments real quick and see who we got on today. We got Bill Fever from Illinois. Awesome. We got Roger from Pittsburgh. Awesome. Sounding great. We got Chase Swift. Morning, morning, morning. We got Jeremy from Pennsylvania. And by the way, don't mind my voice. I'm probably speaking a little bit deeper today. I've had a little bit of a cold over the weekend, but luckily my voice is starting to come back. I remember I did a mastermind on Saturday and my voice was pretty much shot. So this is a major improvement from Saturday. Okay, we got Kevin Co, Washington. Okay, cool. So let's just get right into the content. I don't want to keep you guys too long on this, but I would love to know your thoughts on this topic as well. So my daughter, she called me up on Father's Day yesterday, and happy Father's Day for all the fathers out there. So she called me up on Father's Day, which is really awesome. She's in Brazil, and she told me something that was pretty interesting. She said that she had 5 people committed to coming to church that day. So she invited 5 different people for to come to church, and then she even called them all 1 hour prior to going to church. Called all of them, and every single one of them answered the call and they confirmed that they were going to be there at church, right? And she confirmed that. And then what was funny is she got to church and none of them showed up. None of them showed up. And I thought about this for a second and I was like, wow, she's going through a lot of like rejection, I guess you would call it, or people promising things and not delivering. Now, luckily, it actually ended up turning out good because apparently there was some kind of argument at church or something, which would have probably been a turnoff for them anyway. But here's the success principle I want to take out of this. One thing that I notice all successful people do, they all commit. Like when they commit to do something, they do it. The one thing that I notice so many people do, like if you ever find someone who says they're gonna be somewhere and then they just don't show up, they probably were not a good fit for your business anyway, because they are already showing that they don't have what it takes to be successful. If someone goes against what they tell you they're going to do. And that's never been my case. Like whenever I have committed to something, if I committed to come into a webinar or being a guest on someone else's webinar, and it comes the day of, and they confirm that I'm going to come to the webinar like an hour before, and I say, yeah, I'll be there. And if I didn't show up, that would just never happen. That would not happen. And I notice that in a lot of successful people. Successful people, when they make a commitment, they do it no matter what. And so if you fall into that category where maybe you don't follow through on your commitments, maybe you should, right? And I was actually, it was kind of interesting that this happened yesterday because every Sunday night our family does a movie night, right? So all of our kids get together and we do, because like during the week, everyone does their own thing, during at nighttime, like the kids will do their own electronics at night or their own movies or whatever. But on Sunday night, we all do one movie together. We hang out together. And it was interesting because the movie we watched was Peter Pan, or not Peter Pan, Hook. Have you guys seen the movie Hook? Let me know in the comments. The one with Robin Williams. so so we watched that movie, and I thought it was so funny because the dad committed to going to the baseball game. You guys remember that? And then what did he say? He said, "My word is my bond. My word is my bond." And I thought that was interesting that we watched that movie yesterday when my daughter told me this. And then what happened? You guys remember the story? He didn't show up. He didn't show up. His word is his bond, and he didn't show up. Um, and it just reminds me that like successful people, they show up. They do as they say they're gonna do. If they say they're gonna be to a baseball game, you be to the baseball game. If you say you're gonna be to a meeting, go to the meeting. In fact, if you don't want to go to the meeting, learn how to say no, right? Don't just like make them think that you're going to go. Just and if you really don't want to, you got to learn how to say no. Or you got to say just give the proper expectation. And that's what a successful person will do. I'm not saying and that's the thing is I'm not going to commit to something if I'm not going to do it. And that's the thing. And I've done this in the past. Like there was a time in my life I remember um, someone asked me to speak in church one time, like many, many, many years ago. And I was so nervous out of my mind that, like, the night before, I was like, something came up and I can't go. And I'll tell you what, I felt so bad about that because A, that was a lie. And B, I felt like I let them down. In a way. I felt like I let them down. And after that, I was like, I'm never gonna do that again. Like that was like the worst feeling ever. Um, because I went back on my word is my bond, right? Kind of concept. And I think our word has to be our bond. If we can make a commitment, we need to follow through on it if you actually want to be successful, especially in home business, any kind of entrepreneur endeavor. Maybe you can get by doing that with a job, but in fact, even if you end up doing this even in your job, what do? They usually fire you. If you don't show up to work, what do? They fire you. So in entrepreneurship and in building a business, you need to show up. You need to do as you are as you commit to. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you agree with this? Uh, is your word your bond? Right? Let me know in the comments and we'll see what you guys have to say. Let me go to the comments real quick. So we got Kevin says, yes, great follow up on her. Sad for them. Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. Bill says, I taught in a juvenile hall. My at risk kids were looking for me very close. If I told them I was going to do something, then I got it done. That scored a lot of points with my kids. They had trust issues, but they trusted me. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Bill. We got, I hope you get better soon. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate that. Chase, with setbacks even happen to me now, and I actually start looking for the good based on the great quote. Then every setback or obstacle or disadvantage, there is a seed of equal or greater opposite advantage or benefit. Napoleon Hill, love the movie Hook. Nice. Cool. So thanks for your guys' feedback. I'm going to keep it short today, but thank you so much for showing up to these, and I hope that you get value from them. If you want to get some free resources, all of my free marketing resources or making money from home resources, go to seekprosperity.com/links. I'm committed to helping you build an income from home in whatever it is you're promoting. So go over there for my free resources. Make it a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.